y'all. Welcome to another late night podcast with Bridget and Holly. I'm your host, Bridget.
And I'm your host, Holly.
Y'all, we appreciate y'all tuning in and joining us, but make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can keep up with more great episodes just like these. And tonight we're discussing some of mine and Holly's pet peeves. So, Holly, how you been today, girl?
I've been doing good. I knocked out work, came home, done little things around the house, and now we podcasting. Today's been a good day. How about
Good, good,
yours?
good. It's been good. Yeah, it's been good too.
But I gotta
So,
ask,
go ahead.
real quick. Did you have fun with your push up pop?
I did. You made me eat it fast because you was ready to podcast.
If
So
y'all
I had
could
to
have
put I
heard,
had to push up and push in real quick.
yeah, she did. But if y'all could have heard the conversation that led to the push up pop of what she was doing, it was quite racy. It was quite racy. I'm just kidding.
I promise it got where it was supposed to go. It got in my belly.
Oh my god.
Anyhow, girl, what is give me about we'll just take turns. Give me one of your biggest pet peeves.
Okay, because I'm curious to see if we have any alike because me and you
I'm
are so
sure.
much alike.
I'm
So
sure. And that's another thing, you guys. When we do these shows and we come up with our list, we do not discuss them or share them
nope.
beforehand because we want that genuine response and reaction off of things. So we just wait when you're hearing it. Well, no, this is pre-recorded. So in other words, when you see us react on here, we are hearing it for the first time.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's the fun part of doing it. Now, when it's a topic, yeah, we do go into research together sometimes. But when it's stuff like this, it's a secret for both of us. Um.
It's a secret.
So okay. So. All right. Now this might sound a little bad, and I hope I don't offend anybody when I say it. But one of my biggest pet peeves is stupid people. And what I mean by that is you really can't be that dumb. There's so many people who lack common sense with the little things, but yeah, stupid, ignorant people is one of my biggest pet peeves. It just is.
Damn, then I'm out, ain't I?
No, because you're not that.
I know what you're talking about though. Just like you said, a lack of common sense.
Yeah,
I would say that just having no common sense at all, and then some people, those kind of people, get on my nerves too. So I can see that being a pet peeve,
yeah, because I'm like, you're
and that's what
smarter
I'm
than
interested
that.
to see is somebody. So one of mine is talking in the movie theater.
Girl, that is a good one. I didn't write it down, but I totally agree with you on that. That irks my
Hmm.
nerves.
I got to tell you a story, and if any of my kids see this, they'll know. Let me tell you how passionate I am about that pet peeve. It's one of my bigger ones at the top.
Uh-huh.
But we went to the movies one time and we were watching Bad Santa, I think it was called. And it had see, you're better with actors' names and stuff than I am.
The one from
But Billy
Sling
Bob Thornton,
Blade.
I think it is.
Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton.
And Lauren
Mm-hmm.
Graham.
It had
Lauren
him in
Graham was
there.
in that. The one that I told you about, Gilmore
Okay.
Girls and Parenthood. That's Lauren Graham.
I don't
The one that played in
I
Bad
don't
Santa with
remember her
him.
in the movie. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, anyhow, we was sitting there in the movie, and you had a woman and her daughter, and she had to be middle aged, and the daughter was a teenager. And the movie, they start rolling the credits. That's all they're doing is the intro for it. And they went, you just see that, you see that. And they were like 2 seats in front of me. Boy, I thought to myself, boy, this is going to be a good movie with them here. Okay.
Oh
Because I'm the
no.
type of person, I get distracted easily. Like I've got a little bit of ADD or whatever. And so that would take my mind off the movie. And so they got started and the whole credits was running, introduction running. And finally, I said in the movie theater, I said, how about y'all shut the fuck up? I said, me and
No,
my
you
family
didn't.
paid Yeah, listen to this. I said, me and my family paid a hell of a lot of money to get in here and watch this damn movie. I didn't come in here to hear your fucking ass. If you want to entertain me, get the fuck up there in front of that screen and start entertaining me. I said, but if you're
Bridget,
not going to, I said, if you're not going to, then you sit there and shut the fuck up. The whole damn movie theater started clapping. The whole fucking movie theater.
you got a standing ovation right there, bro. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. And
What
my
did your
son
kids
and all of them
say?
was it. And huh?
What did your kids say?
Go, mama, go.
Yes, exactly. Oh my god, I would
But
have
they
loved to
remember
seen
that to
that.
this day.
Oh, that's
They
an epic
remember that to this
story.
day.
No doubt. That's
Yeah,
an
and when
epic
I go
story.
into the yeah, and when I go into the movie theater nowadays, when I used to go in with them, I'd tell them, I'd say, no talking during the movie. Oh, don't worry, Mama, we ain't saying nothing. We ain't.
No, we don't want mama to cuss us out in this movie theater in front of 100 people. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that irks me too. I don't like when people do that in the movie theaters. Um so my next one would be smacking. I cannot stand when people smack and when they chew with their mouth open, but it's weird because as she watches our podcast faithfully, my best friend Tammy, it's weird because it doesn't bother me with her because she's always done it, but it's because, and she'll tell you her back teeth, like I think it's her back teeth doesn't touch or something, so her mouth doesn't like close all the way. But she's the only one that I can be around, and that doesn't bother me. And she doesn't do it like all the time. It's certain things that she'll eat because like of how her teeth touch and stuff. But with her, it doesn't bother me. But anybody else, I'm like, oh my god, that and gum popping. I can't stand when people pop their gum. Mm-mm. That and
That's
smacking is
funny.
no.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know that that bothers me that much. Like you said, I mean, I guess a little bit, but not completely.
Not completely. But and it's got to be
Mm-mm.
really bad though. I mean, it's got to be like you chewing like a cow. Like yeah, and I think that's why I can't watch a lot of the what is it, the AMSR, the ASMR, whatever. I can watch some of them, but some of them it just gets to me, and I'm like, oh, okay, swap.
That's on
Oh
my
my
list.
gosh, yes.
Okay, so another one of my pet peeves is people that do not pick up after their dog.
Yes,
hmm
and let
If
them just
your
poop
dog,
everywhere.
if your dog, especially if you're out in public and or you're on vacation at a hotel room, whatever, and your dog takes a shit, carry around the bags to pick that shit up so somebody else don't step in it, and so my dog don't ultimately have to find a place to poop because your dog, you don't pick up after your dog. I can't stand that.
I can't either. Who wants a surprise? You know, you just walking along minding your business, and there you go, stepping in a pile of shit that should have been picked
Stepping
up
in
and thrown
polish.
away. They make those bags for a
Mm,
reason. Use
for a
them.
reason. That's right.
Um,
That's right.
another one of mine, and I know you do this, you and JoJo both. But another one of my pet peeves, it's not like a big one, but it is one, is when people chew and bite their fingernails.
Oh yeah, yeah, I do that.
And she does too. And she'll be like, I want to let my nails grow out. And she did, look at you, stop. But she'll be like, I want to let my nails grow out. And she, she'll do it for a little bit and she'll start getting a tip and she'll be excited. She's like, look, I got tips on my nails. I'm like, good baby, just don't chew them. I'm like, paint your nails, put something on them. And it'll last for a couple of weeks. And next thing, and I'm like, JoJo, what happened to your nails? I had anxiety or just I wasn't thinking, and she bit them all off.
Now I don't bite my nails. I chew the skin around it.
Oh, that's right. I remember you. That's right. You don't bite your nails. You just keep your nails short.
Yes. Oh, I can't
Okay.
keep them any longer than that.
Oh, okay. Now, why? Let me ask though, why? Why don't you like having like long nails? I'm just
I can't
curious.
stand it. I cannot stand
Really?
it. If I get the least little bit when I go to the nail salon, she said, "Oh, your nails so short. You grow your nail long." And I'm like, "No." She said, "You need tip on nail?" No, I can't stand it. This is as long as I can stand it, and that's look that has no nail to it at all.
No, it
It just
doesn't.
irks me. And one of them is has to do with being hygienic. I think long nails get stuff under them, and it's nasty. And
And
the
see,
other one is just the way it feels.
for me, is when they're short, they get stuff under it. Because when my nails are long, I never have to clean underneath them. It's only when they're short, like, well, you probably can't see on the camera, but like my nails are just now like growing back, and they're finally getting to the length where I don't have to clean up under them anymore. But when they're short, I can't stand it because they'll start growing a little bit, and you got to take your fingernail file or take a little tiny piece of paper and get it sharp and get up underneath your nails. So I either like them down to the
Mm-mm.
quick with no tip whatsoever, or I like them long. There's no in between for me.
Yeah, I like just I don't even have any tip on there really. It's just it and if I start getting a tip, oh, I cut them right off. I
You
do
cut them
use
off.
clippers, but I cut them right off. But I am what you call there's a saying for it that's a meat eater, a skin eater, and I do eat my skin around there.
I do that sometimes. I'll take not the skin
Hmm.
around because it's like it feels too thick or something, or rough, and then you want to
Yeah.
get rid of it, and it's like, oh, that feels so much better.
Yeah, exactly. I do that. So another one of my pet peeves is somebody borrowing something and not returning it.
Oh, that's a good one. That is a damn good
I
one.
can't stand it. If
I
I
can
go out,
either.
if I give you one of my bowls, my Tupperware bowls, bring that motherfucker back. If I give you, because anything, if you loan me something of yours, I promise you, you will get it back. It'll never be forgotten because that drives me nuts. And I'll tell you another story about that. One time my daughter had somebody spend the night with her, and the girl asked her, could she, wear a pair of her Sophie shorts? And my daughter's like, yeah, sure. Well, she wore them home. And all the next week I kept telling Brittany, now Sophie shorts, they ain't but like $10 a pair. But all week I kept telling Brittany, did you get your shorts back? No, she didn't bring them. Did you get your shorts back? No, she didn't bring them. By God, we drove to her damn house the next weekend, and I had my daughter knock on the door and tell her to give her damn shorts back. Mm-mm. I can't stand that. And it comes from my childhood. Let me tell you why. It comes from my childhood. I used to have friends that would borrow my shit and they would wear it, their sisters would wear it, their cousins would wear it, and they'd pass it around through all of them. And I'd be like, oh, it's my damn shirt. Oh, wait, that's my damn shirt. Wait, that's my damn shirt. Oh, God, that made me so mad.
I will be mad about that too, and I understand why you feel that way too, because even though I grew up, and my sister, she's the oldest, my brother, he's the middle child, and I'm the baby. But I got the hand me downs from my sister with a lot of stuff. So when you got something that's yours, you're it's yours. It's like, okay, I want this. I want to take care of it. Okay, if I let you use it, you got to give it back because this is mine and I want it. So I
Mm-hmm.
understand that because I was like that, growing up with my stuff. And then it's funny that you said that about the Tupperware bowls because and people who know me well, they know I love to cook. I love to bake and I love to cook and I love to feed people. That's the Italian in us. So I always cook to feed an army. And it's so funny because I'll tell Tammy, I'll be like, I'm cooking, da 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 da. Do you and Buddy want some? And she'll be like, oh, yeah. She's like, yeah, I'll take some. And so I send her some bowls. And it's not that she's keeping them. We both forget. So it'll be like about a month of me cooking and sending her stuff. And I'm like, oh, shoot. Timmy ain't got no bowls to put your stuff in. She's like, because I got them all. And she's like, but when you bring me my plate, she's like, I have them all. And she does. It's like a little drop off that we have because she only lives 2 doors down. And I'll take her
That
her
shit would
plate
drive me nuts.
and she'll come out. But I know she's only because I know she takes care of them and she keeps up with them, and she'll
Mm-hmm.
give me the bag and we'll start all over every month with the bowls, but she is the only one that will that will return my bowls when I send her with a bowl, you know. So if I'm
Yeah.
sending other people's stuff, I definitely don't send my favorite bowls out, but her I will. I'll try and do like just the cheap ones that, you know, little plastic bowls with the lids, or you know, you can get like how you get from the Chinese restaurant. You'll get those aluminum bowls with the paper lids. Those are really good for sending people food and stuff.
Sending
But
stuff home.
yeah, I've
Yeah.
had some
I just
bowls get
consider it
lost.
exactly. I just consider it disrespectful. If I'm kind enough to loan you something of mine, then you be nice enough to remember to return it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I just it just irks the shit out of me. I get passions about that. And I
I
have a
definitely have.
thing that
Do what?
no, I was listening to you.
Oh, I was just saying, I've definitely had my moments where people have lent me stuff, and they'll be like, "You still got it?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I forgot," and but I give it to them right away. But I can't say I'm guilty of that. Not a whole lot, but I've done it quite a few times.
Well, now my daughter, she'll tell you too. Like I have even on my TikTok, I have rants where she's my daughter and she'll come in there and use my shampoo or use my makeup or use this and use that, and it used to drive me nuts. It is mine. Don't touch it. You know, I just have a thing with that. I don't know why. That's
Hey,
just mine.
but that's okay to be that way because again, it's yours. It's something that you use, you know, all the time and that you love. Um, my next one is shaking your leg at the damn dinner table. I I don't know what it, but what's so funny is I used to be like that, and my mama would have to get on to me all the time. And I guess that's because she trained me to quit doing it. As I've gotten older, Jason, he does it a lot, and we'll be sitting there and we'll eating dinner, and like, well, I don't want to do it because I messed up my podcast, but he'll start shaking that leg, and we're eating, and it's like I'm like, stop shaking your damn leg, stop, or I'll put my hand on his knee, and it'll stop him from
I
bouncing up
think
and
I've
down,
heard
and
you
he'll
tell
just
me
look
that
at me.
before.
Yes, and
hmm
that just I don't know why it just kind of it's a pet peeve of mine. It really is.
That's funny. Now this one right here is going to upset some people. But I cannot fucking stand if I go out to a restaurant or I go out in public and somebody's got a screaming, crying child or loud, misbehaving kids.
That will tear your nerves up in a heartbeat. Because how you supposed to sit there and enjoy your food while your kid is screaming? To me, it's like it's a kid first of all, but don't bring your kid if they're upset or something like that into a crowded restaurant, and especially if you can't get them to calm down. You know, so I don't
hmm
understand where you're coming with on that one.
Or if, I mean, even if you have a kid that, even if it's a toddler and it's sitting there banging its fork, spoon, squealing, "Ah!" like that and just squealing out and stuff, that shit drives me nuts. And I will turn around and look at people and let them know, rude. And I know they're looking at me. They're looking at me like, well, what am I supposed to do? It's just a child. Well, I've raised four. And when my kids started acting like that, I snatched them up and walked away from the table. Or if they started crying in public, I snatched them up and walked away from the table. I would go outside till they'd calm down, and I'd tell them, "We're not going back in there till you quit crying." So you can do something about it. It's just people choose not to.
Yeah, exactly. Because JoJo never did that. When Courtney was little, my niece, she never acted like that in restaurants. So to me, it's just oh, and are you gonna calm your child down or not? And I'm gonna tell you just a little story real quick. Me and Tammy were at it's a little seafood restaurant down here that we have. It's called Captain Larry's. And me and her will never forget. We were sitting in the booth, and across from us was a table, and it was a family, and the baby, he probably was maybe 2 years old, and he was sitting in his high chair, and he kept screaming and crying and screaming and crying and screaming and hollering. And we're like, what is going on with this kid? Do you know why he was crying, screaming, and hollering? Because
Probably because he wanted something his mom and dad wouldn't give him.
yeah, but you know what it was that he wanted, and they gave him a fucking
What?
knife. a knife for him to sit there and play with and hit the table with. Like it was for him to be about 2 years old. He could have easily chopped his little tiny baby finger off with that. And I'm like, bro, get that knife from your kid. Like, why are you shutting your kid up with a knife? You know that it.
Well, that was like my story of Wesley with the fork. Mama, I
Oh,
want fuck.
yes, it was. It was identical
Yeah.
stories.
But
That
he
is so
wasn't
funny.
crying. He wasn't crying. He was just hollering out, "Mama, Ma want to fuck. Mama,
He
Ma
just wanted
want
to
to fuck."
fuck.
It was cute. If y'all have not listened, my child was not asking to have sex with anybody. He was asking for a fork, and he couldn't say an R. But y'all go back and watch that podcast. I think we had it
Yeah,
in the
because
past.
that
I
was
don't know what it was
hilarious.
for.
That was so funny.
Cute.
Um, Next one that I got is this probably is one of my biggest pet peeves, and it's people who do not shut doors, cabinets, and drawers. And when I say this, the man that
It is
I am
targeted
married
towards
to,
Jason.
it is.
Yes.
And he was like, you can't do that for pet peeves. And it be, like marital pet peeves. I'm like, it's just a pet peeve in general. And I didn't know I had it until I got with him. And he'll
Right.
go in there, he'll open up the drawer and get a spoon out and leave it open. He'll open up the cabinets to get a snack or to get the salt and leave it open. He'll come in the
Hmm.
house and he'll barely shut the door and it's cracked. And I'm like, and don't get me started like in the bedroom. Good God, let him go to his underwear drawer and sock drawer. Walk right behind him. It's open. How hard is it to just push it back? Push it
Yeah.
back. All you got to do, baby. Do you hear that? Push it back. But
I always
hell,
know that on these episodes, we're going to somehow wind up nailing Jason for something.
yeah, we are. And I've been with him for going on almost 15 years, and he ain't learned to shut a fucking door and a drawer and a cabinet yet. It ain't gonna change. That's always still gonna
Well,
be my
I got
biggest pet
one
peeve.
for you. I got one for you that follows along those lines as you was talking about and everything. I thought I got a hit on this one. My husband is the greatest. Okay, he's the greatest, but he got one motherfucking thing that he does that
Mr.
sends me
Ronnie?
to the damn moon. And when I tell you, you gonna understand. And this never started happening until we got separate bedrooms and we have separate bathrooms. But
Uh-huh.
if you do not close that toilet lid and I sit down and fall in that fucking toilet, I get pissed.
Cause that shit is nasty and it's cold.
Yes, and so he's never done that. He's always shut the toilet lid. But now that he has his own bathroom, he leaves it up most of the time. And so now he's gotten a habit of leaving it up so much that when we go on vacation or we're in the camper, I'll go stumbling in there at night, can't half-ass see and sit down. Oh my God. I want to wring his fucking neck when that happens.
I'm with you 110% on that. So we're just gonna take my pen and I'm going to check that off because that is one of my biggest pet peeves that I have. And I'm like, you live with
Yeah.
two females who get up in the middle of the night or just have to go use the bathroom. Ain't nobody wanting to be putting the toilet seat down or, in my case, wiping piss off the damn toilet seat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hate that. Ugh.
Now he don't pee on the toilet seat, thank God. But whenever I fall in the toilet like that, I swear I want to take his head and dunk it in there. Makes me mad. Boy,
I
it
do
makes
not
me
blame you
mad.
there, not one bit.
Ladies, we need y'all's input on that. Let men know that's rude.
Yes, rude, rude, rude. Shut the damn lid. Just
That's right.
shut it.
That's
Lift it
right.
and put it back down.
That's right.
Um, Here's another one of mine, and it is people picking their nose in public. I just at least be the now eat it. Uh, Now be I might be discreet because sometimes you're in public and you just got to get that oogie boogie out. But don't
Yeah,
let me
you get
see
some
you.
people that do it like this with their thumb.
Yeah, like if you like, maybe lightly like, well, I'm scratching, but I don't know, but if you lightly doing it, maybe. But when you see like you digging for gold this way up there, just get you a toilet piece of toilet paper and blow your fucking nose. It'll come out if you blow hard enough. But I don't want to be
I
sitting at the stoplight and I look over and Joe Schmo's out deep in fucking Texas digging for gold. That's disgusting to me. It
Oh, that's
is.
funny. I don't have that on my list, but I can see how it would be. Okay, here's another
Yeah.
one of mine. Ready? If
Uh,
you call me on the phone, you calling me on the phone to talk to me, right? I hate when somebody calls me on the phone and then with it, especially, and puts me on hold or starts talking to somebody else when you calling me.
oh God, yes, that is annoying. That's one of my sister's biggest pet peeves. She'll get off the phone and she'll be like, all right, bye. And there'll
That's
be
what I do.
times where Jason will just come in and just ask me something real quick. And it still get to her. She's like, all right, I'll let you go by. I'm like, wait a minute, Mary, wait a minute,
Mm-hmm.
hold on. He was just asking me something. But that
Mm-hmm.
is annoying. That is annoying.
Mm-hmm. My daughter does it all the time. She'll talk to the dog or she'll talk to her boyfriend, and I literally just hang the phone up because I'm like, "You called to talk to me. Talk to me." Yeah,
Sissy
that's and she'll
does.
call me back. Yeah, she'll call me back and she'll say, "I'm sorry." Da, da, da. And I'm not saying that I haven't done it. If somebody walks in the room or something, I get it. But when you're spending more time talking to somebody else or putting me on hold, I'm
Yeah,
hanging the
it's
fuck
not
up.
like
Call
you're
me when you
carrying on
want
a
to talk.
full blown conversation when you do it.
Yep.
It's like you're speaking just for like a second or two. And so now what I do, if we're on the phone, I don't just sit there and keep talking. I'll be like Mary or Tammy or Heather or Bridget. I'm like, hold on just one second because Jason's in here. Let me just see what he wants. And then,
Yeah.
I don't, I won't continue to talk and talk and talk. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, that is annoying. Uh, this one may rub some people the wrong way. I hope not, but it's just what I feel is just me. And you know me, I'm gonna be honest, but I hate when people try to push their beliefs on you because everybody has their own mind, their own thoughts, their own rights, their own beliefs of what they want to believe in and what they want to do. I don't mind hearing about other people's beliefs and what they like and believe in and trust in,
And
but
why, right?
yeah, but don't push it on me. Except that we're different, okay? You might believe in this, but I believe in that. Something
Right.
totally different. So don't try and push that on me. That's one of my
Right.
biggest pet peeves. And I think probably a lot of people do feel that way because it's just it makes for you being very uncomfortable around that person when they start doing that because you got some people who just fly off the handle and they'll say something to you and cuss you out for doing it. But you got somebody who's like me where I'll just sit there and just listen and get uncomfortable and won't really know what to say and kind of get tongue tied, and just
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
just uncomfortable, people. So don't do that.
Right. Well, in today's world, that's really bad because everybody believes if you don't believe like I do, you wrong. Da, da, da. And I'm just the type. I'm
Right.
like you. Live and let live. That's like going around telling somebody how to decorate their house. Like
Mm-hmm.
everybody. Well, because I want my house, tan with black shutters. I think everybody should have their house that color. No, that's what I like. That's what I want. And I agree with you. I think it's live and let live. If you wanna believe in this or believe in that religious wise, or you want to believe in this or believe in that politically wise, or even socially wise, whatever you want to do, then you do
Yeah,
it. Because
exactly.
but
To each its
accept the
own.
fact that we're different. Yet we're different. That's
God
right.
made us
I
all
agree with that.
different. So, of course, we're all
Yep.
going to have different beliefs.
Okay, so I got one I've got a ton, but I've got one dealing with social media. A couple of them. I cannot stand people asking and begging for money on social media.
Oh, yes.
Can't stand it.
That's not classy at all. Not classy
No,
at all.
I can't stand it. Like, and I'm thinking to myself, what did you do before social media? Now, I'm not saying the Lord may bring me to my knees, and they might have a situation where I have to turn to social media and beg for money too. But if I did, it would be because I'm losing. I think I'd just lose everything. I don't think I'd even ask then, because to
Yeah,
me, I cannot bring myself to ask for even $1 of somebody else's money that they worked hard for. That's just wrong. If now, like I said, if somebody wants to, everybody say, well, you got your Cash App and your Venmo on your TikTok and stuff. Well, that's because some people say, I want to send you something. And if they're
yeah,
doing that as a gift because they want to, it's there. It's fine. I don't ask for it. And
right.
it's fine if you don't do it, but don't get on there begging and giving some sob story on social media for some motherfucking money. I don't give a damn where you're at in life. Okay, my thing is, what did you do before social media? Do that. Do that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you need to
The
do.
social
We've
media
talked
has
about that before.
made it so easy for people to get on there and do that. And then, not saying people don't need it, because I get it, but then you run across so many people who do that, and then 2 weeks later, here's Becky Sue getting breast implants when her hot water heater went
Or
out.
nails, You
Yeah,
can't trust it. You can't
no,
trust
and
who really needs it
it's
and who don't.
sad because so many
Yeah.
people will take advantage of it. It's really, really, really sad.
Yep. And I think that's where I want to make myself clear. I mean, if you had somebody who was legitimately, I've seen people on there asking to raise money for cancer or this,
That's
and that's one
different.
thing. But then you turn around and sometimes you'll see that person, well, we found out months later they didn't really have cancer.
Oh yeah,
What? And everybody
that
donated all that money?
that is
I
true
just, I
too.
don't like it because you can't trust it and because so many people misuse it. I think that's more, I want to clarify that. So, yes.
Yeah, and that's why it is so, you know, mistrusting because of that. Like you said, because so many people's done it. So it it sucks because the people who have caused this, it's sad for the people who really do need it. It's just hard to tell unless you really
Exactly.
know that person and you're friends with them. It's hard to sit here and believe, okay, does this person really need help, or are they just trying to hoodoo you for some money?
That's right. That's exactly right.
Um, I've got another one, and this is one of my pet peeves, and it's when somebody texts you and you text them back, and then they don't text you back, or like if you somebody texts you and you go to call them and they don't pick up the phone. It's like, bitch, you just had your
Yeah.
phone. You just texted me. Why aren't you responding? That's one of my,
Yeah.
not a big pet peeve, but it's a semi little pet peeve. I'm like, you
Mm
on your phone 24/7. I know you see me calling. I know you hear me
hmm.
texting.
Mm hmm. Mm hmm. I've done that before. I've thought that too. I've thought that too. Like,
Yeah,
but there'll be sometimes on the flip side of that, there'll be sometimes though I calm myself down and I think, because it happens to me sometimes, I think, well, they could be talking to somebody else or they could be on the phone. I try to tell myself, I try to reason it out a little bit. But if they still respond within a reasonable amount of time, which is 30 minutes, I'm not too upset about it. But if it's been 6 damn hours and you ain't seen my message yet, and I know you hold that phone in your hand, yeah, that's gonna ill me. But a lot of
yeah.
times I'll try to tell myself, well, it's probably, they're probably on the phone or they're probably talking to somebody or they're probably, da da da. So I get that
I try to
too.
make myself rationalize a little bit too when it does come to that. I mean, I can honestly say I don't have that happen. I mean, maybe back in the day, not now. I don't have anything like that happen, but I would rationalize it. But okay, maybe an emergency come up or something. But yeah, I
Hmm.
think that's just so funny.
I know. Okay, so let's see. Another one of my pet peeves, I would say this is one of my bigger ones, is using my words against me. And
Oh,
what
that's
I'm,
a good one.
hmm and what I mean by that is like, you and I are friends, right? And we're supposed to be like best friends. Well, if I tell you things that bother me, or if I let you in on a secret about my life, or I let you in on something that's personal to me, and then let's say 6 months down the road, let's say I tell you something like, I'm trying to make up something here. Okay, well, if I tell you something like, I got a ticket yesterday, but I didn't tell my husband. You know what I'm saying? I got a ticket, but I didn't even tell Ronnie. Da 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 da. And then 6 months down the road, I'm sitting there and I say something, and you go, and I say something about me and Ronnie and our relationship, and you go, "Well, it must not be too good of a relationship. You just told me a few weeks ago that you got a ticket and you didn't even tell him."
Yeah, I hate that shit. I hate
That's
when
you
people do
using
that
shit
shit.
against me. You're using shit against me at that point, and I don't like that shit.
Exactly. You just
Yeah, I don't
venting to
like that
that
shit.
person about something that happened. It doesn't mean that something bad is going on. You know, like
Right,
it's them using your words against you and them assuming about
yeah,
shit that they don't even know.
right. And let me
I'm
let
with
me
you on
say
that
something
one.
clear, honey. I did not get a ticket. I did not get a ticket.
She
And
didn't,
anytime
Mr.
I ever have,
Ronnie.
I
She's just
didn't.
using it
And
as an
anytime
example.
I ever have got a ticket, I've always told my husband pretty much right away, and he's always responded well. What'd you do? I got this, this, and this. Well, I don't know. You're gonna have to get a lawyer. And I said, I know.
You know, and that the same with me and Jason. That's one thing we've never done. Is kept tickets from each other. Like, why? You know, I might be like, you need to slow down. You know, go to speed limit, or you need to wear your seatbelt. But I mean, shit happens. And I can't name
Oh
not
yeah.
one person that I know has not got a ticket. Now, I will say, in
Oh
my
yeah.
lifetime, I've only gotten 3 tickets, and one was they will eat you up. We live in South Carolina, so North Carolina, especially if it's a state trooper, they will eat your ass up for a seatbelt. So in South Carolina, it's only $25. But as soon as you cross over that border, they hit you. And I'll never forget, I was taking Tammy to the doctor because she was sick, like she was sick, sick. And we were, like I said, it was me and her, and I was taking her to the doctor. And I wasn't thinking, I was not thinking to put on my seatbelt because I was just worried about her. She was sick. She didn't feel good. And I wanted to hurry up and get there. And damn, if the state trooper didn't pull out behind me $237 for a seatbelt ticket. And then I've
Mm-hmm.
gotten 2 in South Carolina, and they were just 25. Yeah, $25. So I mean, for me to be 44 and I've only gotten 3 tickets, I'm doing pretty good. Knock on wood. Knock on wood. Yes.
We won't talk about my tickets.
Uh huh. Miss Leadfoot. Yeah, I've been on the phone with her and gotten voice memos where she's chatting. She's all bubbly and happy, Bridget. And, oh, you son of a bitch, you piece of shit. Get the. Like, she's road rage. She's got it. She's got it.
I
She's
do.
got
I
it.
do.
But it's funny.
and
I
then
love when she does it.
and then I go back to being happy again after I cuss them out.
Yeah, she would, and it's so funny because me and Bridget do a lot of voice memos. Like we'll text, but me and her are just the type of people we just love voice memoing back and forth. That's us. That's our thing. And I'll be sitting there and playing it, and I might either sitting in the living room or I might be in my car or I'm at work. And 9 out of 10 times JoJo's with me because we're always together. It's my daughter, and she just bust out laughing. But I'll never forget. I was at work, and Bridget, I think I did tell you about this. I'm pretty sure I did. And I'll never forget that I had this older couple in there. Excuse me. And
Oh.
yeah, when I say older, I mean they probably were like in their 70s, and it was a man and a woman. And
And I
I
cuss like a
never,
sailor.
yeah, she does. Like I asked her the other night, I was like, Bridget, do you have any Italian in you? And she was like, no, why? I was like, because you act Italian. And so I played her voice memo, and I was like, "Oh, it's fine, it's okay, I can play it." And I got customers in here, and do, bestie, what you doing? Da 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 da. You motherfucker, beat like she was going off, and I turned it down. I was like, "Oh shit!" And these 2 customers just looked at me, and they cracked up laughing. I was like, "She's got a little bit of road rage, but she'll be back to normal in a minute." But they did think it was funny.
I do.
They did think it was
I do.
hilarious.
I do have
It
road
was.
rage. I
It's so
do. And when
funny.
you piss me off, I'm like a bullet shot out of a gun. I'm
She
telling
is,
you.
she is, I'm telling you. This is my last one because I really did have to think because I try not to be that too nitpicky and stuff like that. So I literally had to think after writing down about 5 of them, 5 or 6. I was like, okay, I need a couple of more. And so I really thought, and I was like, okay, all right, these down because they can be biggest pet peeves. But one of my biggest pet peeves is I cannot stand a wet towel on the bed. Either hang it up in the bathroom or put it in the laundry basket. I cannot stand. I mean, I can see if you just gonna sit it there for a second, Jason, but to just leave it
I already knew.
laying,
I already knew.
you did. But to just leave it laying on the bed, and then I go to pick it up, and there's like this big ass wet spot on the mattress. Nah, bruh, nah. Quit doing that shit. I don't like it. Don't like it.
Yeah, Holly gonna use these podcasts to nail Jason for something.
Yeah, I'm so sorry,
You're
baby.
gonna
I
think this
love you,
one's
but
crazy. I guess I'll do my last one too. And I still got a bunch more. I got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more.
good God Almighty, you got a lot of pet peeves.
You can safely say it don't take much to rub me wrong.
I ain't lying, y'all. Do not ruffle her feathers. Don't do it. You'll get put on that list.
Well, see, this is what kills me about people. Okay, they'll be like on social media, "You're so nice. You're so upbeat. You're so this is." I am till I ain't, and I've said that to people before. Like I am till I ain't, and if you see, like I'm a Gemini, so this really, really sweet, happy, nice side, but it does not take but a second to flip my switch. And when my switch is flipped, I'm like, you would think I am the biggest bitch to ever walk the face of this earth. That's just bottom line.
But you know what though? I've I'm fortunate because I've never seen that side of her, and I never will, because I'm a different type of friend that Bridget's ever had, and we work very well together. She knows that. But she's only like that literally if you do something wrong to her. It's not like she
Bad.
just flips and oh, she's a bitch. Like, first of all, she's been through a hell of a lot, but you got to do something pretty bad for her because she will give you not only a second chance, she will give you a third chance. And you might have me in the background sitting there telling her this person ain't good, or this person is bad. She's gonna follow her heart and she will give you another chance. So you
Yeah.
really do have to like fuck her over and push her over for her to go from sweet cuddly Bridget to I'm a bitch and I'm about to fuck you up.
You do. You're right. You're right. But a lot of people they won't see that. It's like all of a sudden when that switch flips, then it's like, oh my god, what's your problem? You is my damn problem.
Exactly, exactly,
So here's
exactly.
one that's really really weird and it's kind of petty, but my daughter will tell you I cannot fucking stand. One of my pet peeves is mint gum.
Really? Now,
Yes,
why though?
spearmint, peppermint, huh?
Why, like, do you just not like peppermint, period, or is it just in gum?
It's just in gum. I can't and toothpaste and stuff. Like I'll eat a York peppermint patty.
I
I'll
love
eat
those.
the Andes mints. But if you're chewing mint gum or spearmint gum or using spearmint or like my daughter will tell you, if I get in the car and she's been chewing mint gum and the whole car smells like it, I'm like, "Ugh." You like I want to throw up. I cannot stand the
Really?
smell of it. I cannot. I cannot
Wonder
stand
why
it.
though? Like, do you know why it's like that? Like,
I don't know. I
any
just never
trauma
have.
with
Even
mint?
my mint trauma. No, no, but I know it's been that way ever since I was a little girl because my daddy used to buy it and I used to sit in the car and he would say that I'd be sitting over there and I used to have those Mad Libs. You remember Mad Libs?
Yes, I love Mad Libs.
Or the books that you would color and you'd color it with a pen and then a picture would appear as you was coloring. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so I used to have them little books, and I'd be sitting there in the passenger seat doing them books, and he'd be chewing mint gum, and I'd be going, and I'd keep coloring, and I'd go, like I would want to, and he'd be like, "Are you all right over there?" And I'd be like, "Yep." Yeah, I just couldn't stand it. Like it, just the smell of it
Oh.
made me want to lose my cookies, and you'd hear me go, and he would be like, "What is your problem?" And my daddy look at me. He says, "My gum bothering you?" I said, "I think so." You know?
That is so weird. I've never heard
Okay.
of anybody like. I don't really care for like peppermint a lot, but I like the dissolvable peppermints. I love those, and I love peppermint patties. But I'm so weird because when I was little, I used to love candy, bubble gum, candy bars. And now, as I've gotten older, I don't know. Like, I'm not big on candy. I hell hate bubble gum, and I don't know what it is. But if I chew bubble gum, it gives me a tummy ache. Every time I eat
Really?
yeah, every time I chew any bubble gum, I get a tummy ache, and it's sugar free, so I don't know what it is. So, but yeah, I'm not a
Hmm.
candy person or a candy bar person at all anymore. I like more, like I know this is going off subject, but like I like cake and cupcakes, homemade baked goods and stuff. But yeah, I'm not a candy person at all anymore, or a bubblegum person.
I like it all. I like candy. I like chocolate candy, hard candy. I like cake, cupcakes, peanuts, chips, pickles. I like it all.
And she's got a little drawer beside her bed to prove it. If I ever
You
spend the
ought to
night
see
with
my
her,
candy drawer.
we got snacks for days, boo boo. Snacks for days.
I know my husband will come in there and he'll be like, "What's in your drawer?" And he'll slide my drawer up, and I'll be like, "What are you getting?" And he'll be like, "You got a
Aww.
lot of stuff." Yeah, I
Let
want to
me get
snap
just
his
a little
fingers off because
bit.
he's in my drawer.
That's
Yeah,
so
that's what he says.
sweet.
I'm just gonna
Aw.
get a couple things, but he will get in my candy drawer. That's for sure.
Aw. I hope that
Well,
people will comment on this podcast and let us know if they agreed with some of our biggest pet peeves. And do you have any really weird biggest pet peeves that most people do not have? I would love for y'all to comment in the comment section and fill us in on what irks you, what really
pet peeve.
nicks your gizzards.
Yep, yep, for sure, for sure. And honey, put the toilet. I only nailed my husband on one thing, and that was putting the damn toilet seat down.
Yeah,
Jason,
listen to her, Mr.
no
Ronald.
towels, no towels, and shut the fucking drawers and doors, okay?
You hear that, Jason? You hear that, Bubba?
Yeah. I bet you he's gonna be like, I hate you doing these podcasts.
He probably will.
Anyhow, okay, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this podcast. Thank you again for tuning in. And for our next podcast, it's going to be outrageous, crazy, silly laws that shouldn't be laws. Anyhow, stay tuned for that one. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can tune in to more great shows like these. Anything else from you, Holly?
Nope. Y'all have a good night. And as usual, we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.